What's going on, guys? Wind Model 88 back at you. Little video today on this here 1911. This is it's a Gerson. Of course, I'll unload it for you here. It is not unloaded yet. Just a standard 8+1 mag, I believe. I'm not sure. Not sure if this is the factory mag or one of the KCI mags. It's unmarked. But standard mag. I got her. Got her clear. Nothing in the pipe. So we'll drop the mag, put that aside. This is the Gerson MC 1911S. It is the Ranger model. Now, I got a hell of a deal on this gun. I forgot if I bought this in 23 or 22. It was either 2022 or 2023 when I bought this. Of course, it came with the just the black plastic, paint match grips to match the frame. It's just your standard matte finish. I got some oil on her, so it doesn't quite look matte, but it is matte. This gun, when I do open carry, I carry this sometimes. And don't be afraid to open carry, people. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how God, if you believe, and your creators imagine you carrying openly. So don't be afraid to open carry, but I do not use this a lot, this gun. I get out and shoot it every once in a while. I have a couple other 1911s that I used before this. No, it's not discrediting this gun. This is a very, very good pistol. It's been flawless for me as far as reliability and functioning and all that. Functionability, etc. I did replace the grips on it, obviously. These are the dark green. They are actually Hogue. You can see there, they're a Hogue. With the finger cutouts in them. And, of course, nice overlay of the gun. It is a nice looking gun. I mean, it's just plain, your plain Jane. It's a 5-inch government model. But you see on the end here, I did put this inch and a half brake. Some people call it a brake. It's not really a brake. It's a compensator. It lets your gases, clear. I'm not a big person on recoil. I could care less how a gun recoils. I'm a big enough person to handle it. But since I put this on, this is just a cheap, I think I paid 40 or 50 bucks for this. It's not plastic. It's like some for aluminum, some for metal mix. It's not plastic though. It's actually got a little bit of weight to it. However, I just got this to try as far as accuracy, and you don't have to believe me. Some of you won't believe me, but from this little inch and a half compensator here, I get slightly better accuracy at about 15-20 yards. It prevents, when you shoot it, it prevents the uprise. You don't get as much barrel lift on your recoil. So comparatively speaking, so when you shoot like without the brake or the compensator on the end, say, you get your rise maybe back to here, where with this on, you only get maybe 3/4 of that. It doesn't like cut it in half or completely take it away, but it's noticeable. And because of that, you can stay on target a little easier. That's why it's a little more accurate. Is it worth it? Well, that's up to you. That's up to you to decide. this is the only gun I have one of these on. I just wanted to get it and try it to see if it was totally worthless. You know, to see if it was indifferent or whatnot. But it does make a little bit, a noticeable difference on accuracy. So I'm going to keep this on here. Now I did get a little bigger holster for it, so I could carry this with the comp on the end. But like I said, it's a 5-inch government model, fixed front sight, Novak style, you know, dovetailed rear, nothing crazy, standard, loop hammer, serrated loop hammer, extended beaver tail, you know, ambi safeties on either side. Of course, the grip safety. I did put some sticky, the rubberized grip on the back, just because I like my guns grippy. I don't like a slippy gun. My hands sweat all the time. And that's part of the reason why I got this. This is rubber. This is not really plastic. This is like a rubberized. It's kind of squishy, but super grippy. Of course, your serrated slides there on the back of the slide. None on the front, but some have. But of course, 45 ACP, the only acceptable caliber in 1911s, in my opinion. And there's the stamping on the bottom, Girsan. Of course, EAA, Cocoa, Florida, made in Turkey, imported. Of course, some people don't like them. Your standard knurled mag release, skeletonized trigger. Of course, there's your slide hold back and slide release. It's serrated. This gun is grippy. It's very grippy. You know, serrated safety, or grip safety, serrated hammer, serrated slide, serrated mag release, slide lock. So it's really grippy. Then the aftermarket grips, super sticky, little grip tape on the back. I like a gun that is grippy. I do not want a slippery gun when I'm shooting, however. But the beaver tail, nice and smooth. Who doesn't like a nice smooth beaver tail? Don't matter to me. I don't mind a little hair. I don't mind a little fur on the bunny, as they say. But anyway, now look at the mag. I don't even know what I got her loaded up with here. That's some Winchester. It's your standard ball, 45 Winchester brass. We'll put that aside. The reason I have you here, I have had several 1911s, obviously. And I think 2 years ago, I got rid of one or traded it for something. I can't even remember. I've done so much wheeling and dealing with guns in the past 4 or 5 years. But I had I forget what the hell 1911 that was I had. It wasn't a Girsan. It might have been a Rock Island. I forget. It was like the plain Jane GI model, like that grayish color. But I had originally picked these grips up for it. When that came, I only had that gun for about 6 months. Liked it, shot it. It wasn't like, I didn't hate it. Wasn't super in love with it either. And guns like that are the ones I usually, just myself personally, I usually, if there's something else that may not be as much as that gun, maybe I'll wheel and deal. You know, make a trade with some cash or vice versa, some cash and whatever. I like guns that are cool. Like, it doesn't have to be expensive to me. If it's a cheap gun that works, That's even cooler to me. You know, I like backstories on guns. I like history. But long story short, when I sold that other, or when I traded that other 1911, I put the original grips back on it, and these are the grips that I bought to replace the original grips. So when I traded it in, I put the originals on, kept these for whenever I would feel like switching them out onto something else, or just to keep them. But they are a premium gun grip from DS Metzger. You guys can check them out. I think I got them on eBay or Amazon. They were like $40. But they are the scrolled scripted pearl, I believe they're called. They're like the knurled in the middle, and then you're walnut on the outside with your pearl at the bottom with the scroll and the scripting. Very gorgeous looking grips. Obviously they are for a full size government 5-inch model, but very well made. They smell nice. That handmade, hand-stained wood just has a different smell to it that I enjoy since I'm a woodworker. Not necessarily a woodworker, I just do a lot of woodworking. I'm not a professional by any means, but actually ivory. These are ivory, not pearl. Forgive me. Too many gun things going on, but yeah, these are an ivory scroll. An ivory scroll script, I believe. But it's very nice. It's like a root beer. It's like a root beer. Let me turn this light off once. You see it with the light off. It's like a root beer, almost like a... It reminds you, if you turn them upside down, it reminds you if you pour a glass of root beer, you know, into a nice frosty mug, there's your root beer, and up here's your foam. It's kind of what it reminds me of. I love root beer. Root beer, Master Race, IBC, A&W. But turn the light back on here. I brought you here because I'm going to, just for the sake of this video, we're going to take these green, Army green, OD green, Hunter green, whatever you want to call them, Hogue grips off. We're going to put them on here just to see what it looks like, because I've never had these grips on this 1911. So I'm going to take these off here. And also, I just wanted to show you the cheap little trinket type shit you can find on eBay. These grip screws are 1911. They say 1911 on them. Now the finish on them is not very good. I've only put them on and off, I think, once. And you can see where the screwdriver goes. It is already wearing off. But nonetheless, they are 1911 grip screws. There's a little better shot. I think they were like $5 or $6. Now, you will have to measure your grip distance if you find this, because there's a couple different, obviously, sizes. Your spacing is different on the Commander and government models, so you'll have to measure. You'll measure from the middle of each hole. So, for instance, I forget what they were off the top of my head. We'll just measure them here quick. See if I can do it without knocking my tripod down. So you just put it in the middle. Let me zoom you in. Take the end of your tape, put it in the middle of one grip screw hole, and then you're going to measure to the middle of the other. So it's about 3 1/4. Right? It's about 3 1/4. 3 1/8. Yeah, 3 1/8. So from middle of this hole to middle of this hole, 3 1/8. Anyway, that's that. Now let's get these screws out, and we'll put these, let me back you out. Let's get these screws out. Do a handy dandy screwdriver. And we'll see how butchering these up. We'll see just how they look. There's one. Short, medium-sized fat chode hands. Working with a tiny ass screwdriver. One of my least favorite things. There's that side. Pop these off quick. Oh, they are one piece. Yeah, they are. I forgot about that. They are a shell type grip. I didn't even realize that. I'm here on the porch. It was like 70 last week here. And today it's been windy for the last 3-4 days. And just absolutely miserable, raw, like 35, 40. Non-stop wind. It was flurrying earlier today, so I'm in here on the porch. Tiny ass screws. Alright, there they are, all 4 out. Let's get this off. Like I said, I call this a shell. Because it just kind of, it wraps around the, bushing fell out somewhere. Where the fuck that goes. It's just a rubber bushing. Where does that go? It's tiny. I don't know. We'll lay it there. There's what the grip frame looks like on these Gersons. Anyway, let's that too. Let's get this side on first. One. They look pretty good on here. Hope y'all been doing good. We've been alright here. Not a bad fit. Little ass screws. And they don't fit bad. The finish on these screws, finish on these grip screws is it's eBay quality. That's for sure. but they're cheap enough to wear. Alright, pretty solid fit. I'm not gonna go too tight. But there's the difference. What do you guys think? We got the this is what it looked like with the Hogue. This is what it looks like with the root beer. I'm gonna call them the root beer colored ivory scrolled grips. Not bad. I think on this, that looks good, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Looks good. I think it looks very good. The Hogue really looks good on it too. However, for me, as I grip this, they're not real slippery. That right there, that knurling, that scrolling, that serration type in the wood there, that saves it. If this grip was all like this and like this would not be on any of my guns. Because that is super slippery. This part in the bottom is super slippery, but in the winter it'd be alright. In the summer, definitely not. Let me pause you guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Anyway, that's the Girsan MC 1911S Ranger. 5-inch government model with the 1.5-inch comp on the end. Solid shooting gun, solid looking gun. Well, I got this gun for under $200. I'm gonna be honest with you. I stole this gun brand new. Don't ask me how. You're not gonna find it. It's like a $550, $600 gun today. Is it worth that now today? Probably not. Just to be honest. I mean, you can buy just as good or better guns for that price point. The Rock Islands and the Girsons are pretty close, in my opinion. As far as like your lower, mid to lower end, your affordable, you know, for your common folk, 1911. They're on par with Rock Island, I would say. Some things better than Rock Island. Some things not as good. But overall, they're decent guns. Girsan MC 1911S Ranger. Swapped the grips out on her today. These were the Hogues that were on it. Let me know what you think. Which ones do you like better? Which ones would you yourself have on here? And that's about it for today, guys. Check out Hogue. Check out Girsan. DS Metzger, they make some really good grips. You can find them on YouTube or YouTube. Find them on eBay and Amazon. They come very nice packaging, actually. I was surprised. But solid handmade grips, hand scrolled. Let me know what you guys think, which grip you like the best. And until then, guys, stay vigilant, stay awake. As always people out there looking for your downfall, looking at the worst interest for you. So, and the people you voted for are one of them. Because let's be real, nobody in politics today is worth anything. The very few that are never have a chance. So, just watch out for you and yours. And until then, we'll see y'all on the next one. Have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.